You're good, Rob.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us today for our virtual wine tasting. Every dollar that we raise for this obviously goes towards supporting the children of our agency. Obviously, with everything going on, every dollar counts right now. So we truly appreciate your support. Also, with any bottle that you purchased for this fundraiser, it goes towards helping another nonprofit organization, depending on the bottle that you chose. So not only are you helping Big Brothers Big Sisters of Bucks County, you're also supporting another nonprofit who can really use the support during this time. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you enjoy the wine tasting. I know that Jenna has a great evening planned for you guys. So with that, I'm going to toss it over to her.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks so much for having me here. I'm so excited to partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters to try to raise funds during this time where we can't gather as much in person. So I've come up with a really interesting way of wine tasting, and that is tasting virtually. This has worked wonderfully for different nonprofits, so I'm hoping that we can get even more support and sales for Big Brothers Big Sisters. So feel free throughout the tasting to unmute yourselves, ask questions, comment, whatever you'd like. If you have a piece of paper handy, you might want that, because I will be giving you some ideas of what other suggestions I might have for you, some different tasting profiles and things like that. So has anyone ever heard of ONEHOPE before? No? Okay. Yeah, Rob has. We've been talking very closely. So I'm Jenna, and I am a cause entrepreneur for ONEHOPE, which means that I basically do exactly what I'm doing here. I partner with different hostesses and nonprofits to raise money for them. So ONEHOPE is cause-centric, which means that we give back both locally and globally to different nonprofits through wine. So it is not like going to the liquor store or the grocery store where you get wine and you just consume it and it does nothing. So our wine actually gives back. Every bottle is partnered with a certain cause partner, and to date we have raised over $5 million for different global and local nonprofits. So that's very exciting. We are doing lots of these different types of fundraisers where we do virtual live tastings like this. So we have actually put together a menu, Rob and I did, and we are going to be sharing 6 wines tonight, and they range anywhere from your bubbly to your sweet white, your dry white, your rosé, and then also your reds. Okay, so we have a portfolio of about 50 different wines. So there's something for everyone. And my job tonight is to find out what you like and offer suggestions so that you can pass this along to your friends and family in support of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So we'll kick it off with our bubbly. So I wanted to share, we have Jane in the bottom there who is tasting. And what's your name, Jane? And
You're talking to us?
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Jane. I'm Hayden.
Okay, Hayden.
I work with Rob.
You're the one that emailed me, right?
Yes.
And then we have Kim and Rob. Awesome. Okay, so we always kick off by toasting to the host. This is our shimmer bottle that we have. We have it available in gold and silver. So it can be monogram or etched with any logo that you want on it. So these come in cases. So these are really great for realtor gifts, wedding gifts, any corporate gifts that anyone might have. You can get any logo etched right on here. And it's really cool. It's very shimmery, shiny, and it really makes a statement. Okay, so this is our sparkling brut. It's available gold and silver. Tonight for our bubbly choice, we're going to be tasting the Italian Prosecco. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so we have Hayden and Jane opening up their bottle. I'm so excited for the two of you. I wish I was drinking along with you. I'm pregnant, so I'm not drinking anything, but I am hoarding a lot of ONEHOPE wine.
Yeah, her mom, my mother-in-law's here too. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she's just our friend.
Well, that's good that you told me because I would not have judged you whatsoever if the two of you polished off all of these bottles. I don't care. I would like cheer you on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were going to if they weren't here.
Yeah.
Why?
So this again is meant to be interactive. So please feel free to keep yourselves unmuted and kind of like chat with me. I teach full time. So I would love to have some sort of engagement other than just a virtual, me talking at you. So again, this is our One Hope Italian Prosecco. This is a part of our international collection. Okay, this is one of our bubblies. This one is great as a mimosa. So if you like any kind of mimosa, either with OJ or any sort of juice, cranberry juice makes a poinsettia. Apple cider, if you rim your glass with cinnamon sugar on the top and you put a little splash of apple cider in there in the fall, that makes a great apple cider mimosa. If you prefer something in the summer, really sugary and sweet, a strawberry shortcake mimosa, you could put a scoop of strawberry ice cream in there, a little bit of whipped cream, some strawberries, rim your glass first with some either crushed vanilla wafers or graham crackers and cinnamon, and top with whipped cream and a cherry, and you have yourself a strawberry shortcake mimosa. Okay, that sounds delicious. So there's a lot of different cool ways that you can drink the bubbly here. Okay, that's our Italian Prosecco. Our cause partner for this one is Why Hunger. And Why Hunger makes sure that every bottle helps fund healthy meals to end hunger. Okay, there's usually a fact on the end of your, the back of your bottles, and 1 out of every 5 people do not have a meal. So this organization has supported so many meals for to help end hunger. Okay. This one is a little bit dry. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's as dry as our sparkling Vintner Brut, but it does have some dry notes and dry finishes to it. This one, pairing suggestions are fruit and cheese plate, seafood chowder, lemon cake. I love it with like chocolate covered strawberries. Our winemaker, Mari Coyle, loves it with pizza and Prosecco. So that's what she does on her Friday nights, pizza and Prosecco. Any creamy cheese, like a brie is really good with this one. So I love our Prosecco. So cheers to the host. If you have wine in your hand, toast to your host, toast to big brothers, big sisters, and let's make this happen, okay? Some other bubbly choices, I'm gonna give you suggestions throughout the night of some things that you might also enjoy. If you do like a Prosecco or a Brut, you'll like our Vintner Sparkling Brut. That is our 90-point award-winning Brut. Same thing as the Prosecco. It can go really well as a mimosa, or you can just drink it straight. We also have a sparkling rosé, if you love rosés. And we also have 3 flavored sparkling wines. So those are our sparkling demi-sec wines. And the sweeter one would be our sparkling peach. Then we have a sparkling pomegranate, which is my favorite. And then lastly, we have a sparkling citron, which I have not yet to try, but I hear it makes an excellent cocktail with lemonade. Okay, so you can make a cocktail with our sparkling citron and add some lemonade in there. Okay, we do also sell these really cute little bottles. Okay, so this is our Vintner Sparkling Brut. It's enough for 1 person. A lot of people get these and they're sold by the case, because when you open a bottle of bubbly, you kind of want to finish it right away. So this is the perfect size for just that 1 person. It probably would make about 2 mimosas, 1 drink by itself. And again, this is our Vintner Sparkling Brut. Okay. All right. I want to share with you what our specials are for this month, because every month One Hope comes out with new specials. These 2 lovely bottles right here, if you saw on our Facebook event, they make a perfect pair of 2 really fun bottles. So we have our Celebration Brut right here, and then we have our Shimmer bottle of Sparkling Brut. This is our Rainbow Shimmer bottle, and I'll kind of make it shimmer in front of your face here. So it's really, really cool. This just came out as an exclusive bottle just for Pride Month. So every single bottle of our Rainbow Shimmer Glittering Brute funds a helpline for LGBTQ youth in crisis. So about 3 in 7 LGBTQ youth seriously consider suicide every year. So the Trevor Project is what this supports, and it helps to fund a hotline for those youth population. Okay, so this set here comes together for $59. It's $30 off, and when you add 6 bottles to your cart, you can add this little pack, Pride Pack, together. Okay, these make really fun gifts. The glitter bottles, this is different than the shimmer. I always say to recommend taking the glitter bottle wrapper down to about here so that your glitter doesn't flake off. But people keep these bottles, display them. They make really fun photo op opportunities. They make awesome gifts for any occasion, like a birthday, anniversary, any sort of celebration, wedding, new baby, whatever you want to give it as, new home. But yeah, so it's really, really pretty. These glitter bottles also come in gold and silver as well. Okay, but these make the set that you can get on sale this month when you add 6. When you add 6 to your cart, these will pop up and it'll ask you if you want to add the Pride Pack onto your order. Okay. How is your bubbly? How is your Prosecco? Good?
So
Delicious. It was good.
Really good.
Yeah, we paired it with some of the
lemon
fruit
cakes.
and lemon cake. Yeah.
You did your research. You really took
Yeah. Yeah. We went out before this and got some stuff.
Serious about drinking.
That's awesome. Yeah. So one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're tasting your wine is you want to, oh, I see those berries too. Awesome.
Yeah.
To do the 3 S's of wine tasting, which are swirl, sniff, and sip. Okay. So we
Swirl, then what? Sniff?
swirl, sniff, and sip. Okay. So when you are swirling, sniffing, and sipping, you will find that it will definitely change the flavor of what you are tasting from the wine, because you're going to be hitting different taste buds, and you're also using your nose, your sense of smell, and that's where we taste first. Okay. The other cool thing is you can add another S in there, which is savor. I mean, you can't have wine without food. So, I mean, you can, but it's way more fun with food. As you are tasting with the different things that you're trying, try sipping the wine first on the first sip. Put the food that pairs well with it in your mouth, and then sip the wine over top of the food. And you'll notice that you'll get a completely different flavor out of it. It will bring out the flavors of the wine because that's what it pairs well with as far as the food. Okay, so a little fun fact. You'll notice what I mean when we get to the reds. Really, you'll really notice it because the brownies and the chocolate really pair well together. Okay.
We get brownies? No, we got
I
that.
got
All right. So I went over all of your bubbly options. Hopefully you wrote a few down that you think you might enjoy. So that was our Italian Prosecco. The next one is going to be our sweet wine. All right. So I'm going to be talking about our Symphony. Okay. And you'll notice that some of these bottles that I'm sharing tonight are full, while others are empty bottles. So I've been saving my bottles because I'm either, number one, not drinking them, or I had them in my stock. Okay. So ONEHOPE Symphony. This is what it looks like right here. And you'll notice that it has dots on it. This is from our California collection of wine. You'll notice that there are 8 out of 10 that are highlighted. And that is because it goes with the facts of the nonprofit. So more than 8 in 10 teachers, I'm a teacher, say that budget cuts in music education are detrimental to students. So this bottle helps fund music and arts education for underdeserved students. The cause partner is PS Arts. Okay. And your tasting profile on your Symphony, this is going to be real sweet. So if you're a sweet wine drinker, you'll enjoy this one. Lavender honey, citrus blossom, peach tea, You're gonna get hints of green apple, caramel, candied orange peel, kind of rounded out, and then it has like a sweet finish, okay? So your symphony here is by far my personal best-selling wine if you prefer sweet wines. I always recommend that people even drink this with something that's spicy, because lots of times when you counter the two flavors of your sweet and spicy, it helps cool down the spice a little bit too. So lots of people love this one. This one is on low inventory. So if you like sweet wine, stock up on the Symphony as part of our case sale that's going on right now, because it will be gone. This is one that my customers buy by the case, and they love it, okay? Some other sweet wines that you might enjoy might be the Muscat, the Moscato, okay? We have a dessert wine that's a red wine. It's a port style. It's the Dessert 2912. So if you like a port style wine, it's higher alcohol content. It's one that you would do like an after dinner kind of drink. It's not one I personally, it's too sweet for me. But I know a lot of people that do enjoy a port style, and they do like our Dessert 2912. All right, some other semi-sweet wines that would be slightly above the Symphony would be the Gewürztraminer. That finishes with like a little bit of a spice to it, a fall spice. The Monterey County Riesling. So if you like Riesling, the Monterey County Riesling's really good. It's a nice one for the summertime, sipping outdoors. So those would be your sweet wines. And again, try that sparkling peach. You'll enjoy that one as well. We also have a Viognier. All right. So all of those would be great choices if you're a sweet wine drinker, even that Prosecco with a little bit of fruit juice. All right.
And I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So is there much of a difference between like a white sweet wine and like a red sweet wine?
It's all made with the grapes. We don't have a red sweet. I mean, our sweetest red would be our Dessert 29 to like our port style. But it's going to be dependent upon the residual sugar of the wine. So, you know, if your sweet wines, it depends on the grapes. So it's really dependent upon how much. We don't add any extra sugar to our wines. So that's a positive. We don't have anything that's like those fruit wines. I think we talked about this before on the phone. So we don't have anything that's that real fruity type wine, because we're not adding any extra sugar to our wines. So we're just solely going off of the sugar that's from the grapes. So whatever they extract from the grapes is what's giving that wine the flavor that it's having. I hope that helps. But as far as sweet wines go, this is going to be your sweetest, along with the Moscato, the Muscat and Moscato. Okay. Is anybody here a sweet wine drinker?
Yeah, this guy.
So you probably like the Symphony then, if you're a sweet wine drinker. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and mother-in-law are more the red
Dry
stuff.
stuff. Red.
Yeah.
Please. Heavy tannins.
That's what I am too. So I have lots of suggestions for that. So, but I have tried everything. So I can say that this one for sweet is one of my best sellers. Okay. So
I like the sweet too.
You like what?
I like sweet too.
Good. Yeah. So Symphony is going to be your go-to. And also the Muscat, the Moscato, the sparkling peach, the Prosecco with juice. Even the Riesling is kind of semi-sweet. It's not as sweet as the Symphony, but it's a nice one to sip on outside. Okay. All right. Also, I wanted to let you know that we do have a wine sale going on right now. I like to talk about this at the beginning of a tasting, because normally by the end of a tasting, people tend to not always hear everything that I'm saying after trying 6 wines. So right now, our sale is the best that we've had. It is our free preferred customer membership. So if you want to purchase wine tonight, you can either do it by single bottles Or if you want to save on your wine and shipping, you can become a preferred customer with ONEHOPE. So what that means is you get 15% off of 6 bottles, 30% off of 12 bottles, okay, and you get half price shipping. So right away, you're getting 1 bottle free by doing that, because if you add the $10 in shipping to what you're saving, along with the 15% off in wine, you're saving that as well, okay? So Victoria is on. Victoria is one of my team members, so I think she's coming on to learn a little bit about tasting. Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
Hi. So we're on the second wine. We just went over Prosecco and Symphony. So feel free to listen on in. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So yes, I was talking about preferred customer membership. So it's 15% off of 6, 30% off of 12, half price shipping. So basically you're saving a bottle for free. It is free membership. Normally it's $19.99 for the full year, and you can access those discounts all year round, but it's free this month. So this particular wine sale only goes until Tuesday, and then it's gone. So this is the cheapest time to stock up on your wine. So if you can grab as many people as you can and make those full cases to save 30% off, you get to lock in the free customer membership, and then you can have access to those discounts for the whole next year. And the other really cool thing that's going to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters greatly is the fact that you, as a preferred customer, when you sign up, get to actually, from all your purchases from the whole year, ONEHOPE will allow you to choose an organization that you want to give back an additional 10% to. So at this time next year, you can select an organization, which could be Big Brothers Big Sisters, that you want to give back to, and they will actually give back 10% of your whole year's purchases back to the organization you choose. So it's kind of like you're drinking for good all year round. So you can give back to Big Brothers Big Sisters all year by your wine purchases. So I encourage you to make ONEHOPE your house wine. I know I don't personally like going to the liquor store with a 4-year-old. I like having my wine delivered to my door. It comes in about 3 to 4 days via FedEx, and it's super quick. And I can feel really good about drinking. I mean, I'm not feeling really good about drinking right now because I can't, but I can normally, and my husband is taking full advantage of these 30% off cases. I can feel really good that I'm purchasing wine for gifts for myself, for my family, and I'm giving back to pets, and I'm giving back to the environment and health causes and all different types of organizations just by drinking wine, okay? So I hope that makes sense about our preferred customer membership. That's why I'm giving you suggestions on some other wines you might enjoy, so that you can make and you can mix and match any case that you want. So you don't have to pick these 6 wines. You can put glitter bottles, shimmer bottles, reds, whites, bubbly, rosés in there, anything you want in there, okay? All right, so the next one that we are gonna talk about is our California Rosé, okay? Now our California Rosé, I don't physically have in front of me, but Jane and Hayden do, right?
Yeah,
Do you mind holding up the bottle for me?
it's the rosé, right?
Yeah, the California Rosé. Perfect, thank you. So our California Rosé is on sale right now. It was re-released from our cellar, and you can get this one for $20 to start, and then obviously a discount rate as you mix and match it to your case. And this particular one is one that wine drinkers really, really enjoy for this time of the year. It's very refreshing. It's a good summertime sipping wine. Oh, hi. It also benefits the Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance. So all of our rosés benefit the OCRA. Every bottle helps educate women on the risks and symptoms of ovarian cancer. Okay. This one is going to be hints of bright strawberry and red cherry aromas. So if you're doing those 3 S's of wine tasting, I see Hayden doing it. He's swirling, sniffing, and sipping. So he should smell strawberry and red cherry. When he's tasting, you'll get hints of blood orange peel and watermelon. This one is great if you are like kind of like an in-between, you know, sweet and red. I think that it's not dry, but it's not super sweet either. Okay, so Hayden, how would you describe it, or Jane?
I mean, it's good. I don't know. I don't have the wine terminology.
So would
But
you?
I get what you're saying, that it's like between the two.
Yeah, it's between. So it's kind of an easy drinking rosé, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not dry. So we do have 4 rosés to choose from. This one would be your sweetest out of the 4. And then we have the Sonoma County Rosé. So that is one that I would enjoy because it's a little drier. And then we have the North Coast Rosé, which is our sparkling North Coast Rosé. That one is a little bit pricier. It's a reserve, but it is delicious. It's also drier. And then we do also have our Vintner Sparkling Rosé. Okay, so that one's going to kind of be very similar to your California Rosé. Pairing suggestions for this one would be Chinese takeout, cranberry orange scones, gazpacho, and salami and cheese. Okay, I love my rosé with sushi. So that's usually what I pair my dry rosé with. So I don't know if there's any other sushi lovers out there, but I personally love my drier rosé with sushi. Okay. Any questions about rosés? No? Okay. A little bit of history on ONEHOPE. We were started in 2007, and they started with 7 friends who felt the need to want to give back to the community. So they started having wine tastings. They had 168 cases of wine that they partnered with Robert Mondavi Jr., and they went into different homes and did tastings very similar to what Jane and Hayden are doing in their home right now. And they wanted to give back. So we have been in business, in the retail business, for 10 years, but we just started doing tastings like this the past about 3 years. But to date, we've given back over $5 million. So their mission is to give back through wine, to create memorable experiences.
Wait, sorry, we have a question. Do you always do it with the
Robert Mondavi.
Yeah, like partner with them, or is it with other wineries as well?
So it's with other wineries as well. Our winemaker is Mari Coyle, and she came from Sterling Vineyard, which is another very popular winery out in Napa Valley. And we stole her. So she is now our winemaker. She's one of the most well-known women winemakers out there. She's been making wine since 1999. She's won a lot of awards. She has paired with Wolfgang Puck to do like pairings for the Oscars. It was very cool. About 2 nights ago, she did a tasting that was just like this. I earned a free tasting with somebody from our home office, and I chose Mari. And she came on and did a tasting for my team, and so much wine knowledge. She is brilliant. She's so knowledgeable about wine. It's incredible. So she partners with different winemakers. We do source some of our grapes from other little pockets around California, because the different grapes that are grown in different regions change the taste of the wine. So I'll explain that a little bit more as we get into the reds, but different regions have different grapes. So they do purchase grapes from different regions, and then they do also have their own vineyard that they're going to be opening for the public in Napa Valley in Rutherford, California. So their estate actually will be open in the fall, supposedly, and you can go there and do tastings in the future. But a lot of their smaller batches of wine are actually grown and produced on site, so on their own vineyard, and those are a lot of our reserve wines. Okay. Does that help? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, cool. The next one, Hayden, I'm gonna have you hold up the Pinot Grigio because mine is empty. Just so
Okay.
everyone can see the color of it.
The Pinot Grigio.
Yes, the Pinot Grigio.
Oh, that's the bread.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So it's very, very similar in color to your Symphony, a little bit lighter in color. Your Vintner Pinot Grigio is one that so many dry wine drinkers love. This is one of my personal favorites. I'll show you the bottle really up close. And because this is empty, I'm going to show you all of our Vintner and Core Collection wines have screw tops. So they're really, really simple to, to take out anywhere. The nice thing about these too is that all of your tasting notes are directly on the bottle. Some of you can see this, but it's showing you literally everything you could ever want to know about this wine. It tells you basically who it's collaborated with. So this is one that's made just by Mari. The tasting profile, what it pairs well with, what the cause partner is. It gives you a fact about the cause and why it's so important. And it tells you your acidity, body, and sweetness. So there's really a ton of information that is packed into this bottle, which is very, very, very helpful for if, number one, you want to give it as a gift. So the person who's receiving it knows exactly what it is they're about to drink. And number two, if you're trying to pair it very well with a meal, you can then look at the tasting notes and you can see if you're either going out to BYOB or pairing it or even cooking with wine, you're able to then see what this wine is all about, okay? So this particular one here goes towards pet adoption. So a lot of people love our Pinot Grigio. Those who have adopted pets, who love the ASPCA, every single bottle of our Pinot Grigio helps to fund a pet adoption. So it's estimated that only 50% of animals in shelters find homes. So this particular bottle, as well as our Vintner Pinot Noir, both the Pinot Noir and the Pinot Grigio go towards the ASPCA, okay? Tasting profile for this one are juicy white nectarines, crisp acidity, and it's dry, okay? You're gonna find with this one that it pairs well with anything that's lemon. So lemon chicken, you can actually substitute in any type of recipe. I know a lot of people cook with wine. So if any of your recipes ever call for something that is lemony, you can sub that for your Pinot Grigio. Any citrus notes to it, your Pinot Grigio or your Riesling. I know a lot of people love cocktails. Bartenders use certain liquors that are citrus based. So you can actually sub your Rieslings and your Pinot Grigio for those flavors in a cocktail. So you can turn your wine into cocktails as well, mixed with liquor, okay? Pairs well also with key lime pie. It's probably why I love this one, because I love key lime pie. And then ONEHOPE actually comes up with some pretty funny pairings that they put right on the bottle. I don't know if you can see it, but it says faded blue jeans. So faded blue jeans apparently go well with our Pinot Grigio, okay? Kind of fun, little quirky fact, okay? The acidity is high on this one, the body is low, and the sweetness is low. So this is like your crisp, dry white, okay? Really good. Are you okay over there?
Question. So what's body mean with wine? Because I get the acidity and I get the sweetness. What does that mean, like the body?
For one example, I don't know if you guys saw this paper that I texted and emailed and I posted. This is like, it was a graphic and it said your wine profile tasting menu.
We must have missed that then. I don't think I saw that.
So check back in your email. Hayden, I did send you an email, and then also it's on the Facebook event. So
Okay.
I put all of these pictures, and this is kind of like our wine tasting profile menu. So what it does is it tells you if you know you love, let's say, this one. So you know you love the white and rosé, light and dry. Your Vintner Pinot Grigio is listed there. Your Sauvignon Blancs are listed there with that. Certain rosés. So it tells you the other categories of wines, the other varietals that also fit those categories.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, for your body wine, when we get into the next wine, you'll see what I mean. The Vintner Red Blend, which you're about ready to taste next, is medium bodied and fruity. That's like the heaviness. That's the wine. That is how heavy the wine is. The red is, you know, medium bodied. It's like our Vintner Red Blend. But then if you get into like something like our last wine, like our Cab, that's a full bodied wine. So that is going to be richer. It's going to be heavier. That is going to be like your bolder wine, your bolder red. So maybe what Jane likes.
Yeah. She said when we were on mute that's her kind of wine. Yeah. So I guess I'll see the difference when we get to those.
Yeah, you'll see the
Okay.
difference. Yeah, it's like, you know, like your Pinot Noirs, for instance. Your Pinot Noirs are like your lighter reds. Okay, so that one is going to be a medium-bodied red.
Okay.
Okay, your Malbec, your Cab, like those are going to be fuller-bodied. Okay, they're darker, they're denser, they're richer. Okay, I hope that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
All right. So we did our Pinot Grigio. For the reds, you're going to want to have chocolate. And if you have any brownies on hand, you definitely must try a brownie or something really rich with your red blend. Okay. So our red blend is our next wine that we're going to be trying. I would give the red blend a minute to open up a little bit. I would definitely make sure that you are swirling the glass with this one and really taking advantage of all of your senses. Hold on a minute. Thank you, honey. Oh, my daughter just brought me chocolate because she knew I was sharing the red blend. This is not good when your 4-year-old knows that you're, you know, pairing these two things together.
That's a good one.
Anyway, so our Vintner Red Blend, ONEHOPE has actually, they have several different wines that have been rated. So when you're tasting this one, you're going to want to sip the red blend by itself and then put the brownie in your mouth and sip the red blend over top of the brownie while it's still in your mouth. And I'm telling you, it's like this magical explosion of flavor that just appears in your mouth, and it is delicious. The combination, you will never not have, you know, chocolate and red blend. It's so good. Okay, so I'm interested to see what Jane thinks about this one and what Mom thinks about this one, because this is one of our best-selling reds. Okay. This bottle right here is one of our award-winning reds. It's actually our top award-winning red. When you go into the liquor store and you see that different wines have been rated out of 100 on the shelves, this bottle you can't buy in the liquor store, but it has been rated 96 points out of 100. So it is our highest rated wine that has been rated.
It's got the thumbs up from my wife and mother-in-law.
So there's the label, so you can see it. And then here is the back of the label.
That looks the same.
Yes. So this particular one right here, I love the pairings for this one. It pairs well with grilled bacon burgers, berry pie, shooting stars. So shooting stars, maple bacon popcorn. So it's like your perfect like pizza, pasta, barbecue wine. Okay. So this is what a lot of people drink as like their house red. Like this is an easy go-to good red. Every bottle with this one goes towards Team Rubicon. And Team Rubicon reunites veterans with a sense of purpose through disaster relief. So this bottle supports veterans. This one is big and bold with complex berries on the nose and cocoa aromas. It's rich like a dense chocolate cake. Okay. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it is a rich wine. But I can tell you that I do convert a lot of sweet wine drinkers to red wine drinkers with this bottle by tasting it with a brownie. Okay, so a lot of people, if they're in between both, will like the red blend because it is a very easy drinking red. All right. So what do we think of red blend?
Yeah.
Good,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was good.
Good.
Breakfast one.
Good. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
So some other reds that you might enjoy that fit this category, and again, I'm going off the basis of the wine tasting profile menu. So I'm looking at this selection right here. So I don't know if you guys can read this or not, but our Vintner Pinot Noir. So we have different, categories of Pinot Noirs, but our Vintner Pinot Noir would be one that you might like. Our Vintner Merlot, okay. Our Napa Valley Reserve Red Blend. So that is our reserve version of this red blend. A cool fact is that one is different because it is made with 4 different grapes instead of the 3 that are made with this red blend. The red blend that you're drinking now is Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Zinfandel. Okay. So definitely try some of those other ones in that category. Check out the Facebook event. I posted that exact picture and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. So we have one more, okay? Before I share the one more, I'm gonna let you guys continue to sip on that red blend a little bit. I wanna share with you a little bit about Pinot Noir because this particular bottle is by far my favorite bottle that we carry, okay? This is not one that you're tasting tonight, but I just wanted to share about it because it explains my why for doing what I do. Just probably like, everyone I think here works at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and you probably have a why for why you work there. So this is my why for why I work with ONEHOPE. I love this bottle right here. It's our reserve. You'll notice that with our reserves, they are corked. The Vintner bottles are screw top. These also have a black label, and that's how we make the distinction between our reserves and our Vintner bottles. Okay, so this particular bottle is near and dear to my heart. I guess it was maybe 2.5 years ago, I had my first tasting to raise money just like you're doing, but I was raising money for an adoption that my husband and I were about ready to start. We needed about $16,000 to start our adoption, and we had a whole lot of money that we had to raise. We never ended up going through with the adoption. We were chosen, and then she changed her mind. So we have been through a lot in the past 10 years trying to have kids. We currently have a 4-year-old, but about 9 years ago, our first son passed away. He was born premature at 23 weeks, and he passed away. So we became very heavily involved with the March of Dimes, and we walk in his memory every springtime in April with our family and friends for our team, Connell's Crew. Connell is his name, and so we raise money every year. So I held my first ONEHOPE tasting to raise money for both the adoption and for our March of Dimes team. And I fell in love with this particular bottle. So my neighbors and everybody I knew started buying this Edna Valley Pinot Noir. And it's, again, one of our reserve selections of our Pinot Noirs. And I was doing many other businesses at the time and teaching full time, so I didn't dive right into ONEHOPE, but my neighbor did. So I decided to support her business for 2 years, buying this bottle and buying a whole lot of it. And it wasn't until the end of September this year that I decided to go to a tasting held by our CEO in New Jersey. And he flew in from California and he rented an Airbnb and did a tasting in a Airbnb, and I went. Well, he made me share my story, and he gave me a bottle of sparkling rosé to send me on my way. And then the next day he offered me a deal that I couldn't resist to join ONEHOPE. He told me that the sparkling rosé was the baby making wine. And I laughed and I was like, sure. Well, sure enough, I'm pregnant. And so we have another little girl coming in October, the very beginning of October. And, while that seems maybe easy for most people, it took us so long to make that happen between trying to adopt and trying on our own. So this bottle means the world to me because as I was standing there doing my first tasting in front of a house full of people, I wasn't prepared, and I looked down at the tasting notes, which have all the facts about our wine. And in the very top corner of the bottle of the sheet, there was a little elephant. And elephants have a strong connection between my son and I. And I hadn't shared my story in a really long time. And as soon as I saw that elephant, I shared my story about my son. And immediately I knew at that point that I didn't just join for the discount like I originally did. I joined because I wanted to be able to give back to the March of Dimes for the entire year through wine purchases. So starting in March, when COVID started, I wasn't able to do in-home wine tastings. So I opened up an event link and I decided I was going to do virtual tastings just like these. Right now, in a couple short months, the sales for just that fundraiser are over $7,000, which means that I can give back over $700 to the March of Dimes in his name. So that is my purpose and my one hope, that I can continue to raise money for the March of Dimes for research for premature babies. And it all started because of this particular bottle of wine. This bottle gives back to Wild Aid, and Wild Aid supports endangered species. Okay, so if you love Pinot Noir, and I'm thinking Jane and your mom, you might love this bottle because it is dry. It's perfect. I can't describe why this Pinot Noir is set apart from all the rest of our Pinot Noirs, but we do have a Vintner Pinot Noir, which is our core collection Pinot Noir. And then we do have several from many other regions. This one comes from Edna Valley, which is a small pocket in California. And what sets it apart for me kind of is I've been told that the soil is what makes the flavor of the grapes. So the soil in the Edna Valley region, it's very, it's rich, and it's, you get these spicy notes that come out of it. So the end of it, it kind of finishes with like a fall spice, and it's Bing cherry, cola, vanilla. It pairs perfectly with my favorite dark chocolate. It's delicious. So if you love Pinot Noirs, give this one a try. It's our Edna Valley Pinot Noir. I haven't had anybody that doesn't like this one. I have customers like myself who do order it by the case. But we do have several other Pinot Noirs, one from Monterey County, one from Russian River Valley, Caneros region. So there's lots of different options for your Pinot Noirs. It just so happens this one has been my favorite, and now I know why. So that's a little bit of why I do what I do and my favorite wine, in case anybody wants to try a good Pinot Noir. All right. So
wait, which one was that? Jane's trying to look it up.
The Edna Valley Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Because it sounds very good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I actually, so funny story is I actually have purchased a bottle for every month that I have gotten through my pregnancy. So I have a high risk pregnancy, so I've been celebrating by motivating myself by ordering a bottle. So I will have 9 bottles of Edna Valley waiting for me. And I plan on having a great fall. So try that one. This bottle, however, is our last bottle, and this is my husband's favorite wine. This is our Vintner Cabernet Sauvignon. So it looks like that. All right. We did pick a lot of organizations for our tasting today that had to do with women and children education. So this one is perfect for that. This one supports ABA therapy for children with autism. So the cause partner is Autism Cares Today. All right. And timely and intensive ABA therapy has an 80 to 90% chance of showing significant improvement in children with autism. So I work with a lot of these children too, and know that that is in fact true. This bottle really does do wonders with children with autism and supporting that cause. This one is produced with Robert Mondavi Jr. and Maury Coyle. Okay. Tasting profile on this one is going to be black cherry, chocolate, and vanilla. This one is going to be your bolder red. It's a little bit more complex. This one is dark berries, toffee. We do have a in-home chef in our test kitchen at ONEHOPE at the Vineyard, and he loves cookies and cab. Okay, so you might have seen I did post a recipe for his famous chocolate chip cookie recipe, but I posted the gluten-free version of it because I requested that. And he actually puts bits of toffee to bring out the toffee of the cab in the glass. So he puts, I think, toffee, chocolate chips, and little mini peanut butter cups in his chocolate chip cookies because peanut butter cups are suggested to go well with your cab as well. So you can go ahead and try this one as you're swirling, sniffing, and sipping. Try it with any chocolate as well. And you'll notice that it pairs perfectly with chocolate, peanut butter cups too. This one will be great with a good steak as well, or any Italian dinner. So pairing suggestions are beef fillet, baklava, rosemary popcorn. They pair everything with popcorn at ONEHOPE. And new haircuts and charades. Okay, so that's their fun little pairing for that. I keep joking around that when you're finally able to get your hair cut, stock up on a cab and then celebrate that you've finally been able to get back into a salon and open up a bottle of our Vintner cab because it is delicious. Okay, a really good one. What do you all think of the cab?
Well, I started drinking it before we started. So.
Yeah.
It's good.
Backwards.
Rob, do you have some?
I
Awesome.
don't have any now.
You should have came to our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob, we should have invited you, man.
Yeah, you're missing out. They're having a fun party over there.
So I'm actually pregnant too. That's why I'm not drinking. Just kidding.
Yeah, so we have a Petite Syrah, which is a reserve that would fit into this category. We have a couple others in our cab selection. So while this one is our Vintner bottle, we do have a Napa Valley cab that's a reserve that's delicious. My favorite cab is the Paso Robles Reserve cab. I love that one. That's one that we take with us to BYOBs when we go out. And we actually even have a couple $100 bottles of cab, which are probably the smoothest cabs I have ever tried. They are really, really yummy. Okay. So those are our 6 bottles that you tasted tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. Keep continuing to drink them if you are at home. That's the nice thing about a Zoom tasting. Fun drinking at home. Remember the special for the month. That is our Celebration Brut and our Rainbow Glitter bottle of Brut that you can get $30 off when you add at least 6 bottles to your cart. And also take note that our sale ends on Tuesday, so this is a perfect opportunity to stock up on a full case at 30% off and get your half price shipping, or you can get 6 bottles at 15% off. And then you can make ONEHOPE your house wine and continue to order the whole year, and you can choose Big Brothers, Big Sisters to give back 10% to all year, not just for this event, but you can give back to them all year round through your wine purchases. I can't say this enough. There is nothing better than getting wine delivered right to your door. It's like amazing. It's so good. You can also subscribe. So we do offer a subscription program where you can get free shipping. You get all the benefits of being a preferred customer, but you get free shipping. So you can select if you want your wine every 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. And you can change those wines in your account that get shipped to you. So you don't have to get the same ones and try different ones out. And then you just get free shipping. So you get all the discounts, but you get free shipping. All right. So you can order anytime you want. Beyond that subscription, we also have a wine club where Mari Coyle, our winemaker, chooses 6 wines that she ships to you every quarter. So our next quarter starts July 1st, and that is going to include a Zinfandel, which is my favorite varietal of wine after visiting California. And that North Coast Zinfandel will be in that special wine club. So there are certain wines she puts in there that you can only get by being a wine club member. Okay, so there's lots of ways to support. No matter what way you support and work with ONEHOPE, we always give back to the organization. If you really love this as much as I do and love getting wine at a discount and free wine and supporting your own causes, you can join me in this adventure. It's only $29 to join ONEHOPE right now. And you get lots of wine discounts, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun to getting paid to drink and to share wine. So it's a great job to have, and it's very inexpensive right now to do. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to share tonight as far as our wines. I will post this hopefully on the page, but definitely reach out to family and friends and other coworkers and supporters. We will leave this open until the end of the month when the sale ends, and then we can talk more about Rob and I had this idea of a fun bingo night or whatever we were gonna do. So I feel like once we get the word out there, we can do some really great things together and continue to raise money for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, throughout the year even. So does anybody have any questions about any of the wine, the company, purchasing, really anything? No?
No, pretty straightforward.
You're also quiet.
Yeah. No, it's good wine though.
Yes, it's very good. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, the reds were a hit with Jane and my mother-in-law.
Good.
And then they were okay for me, but I'm more of a white wine guy, so.
Yeah. So if you need any suggestions on that, I know I gave you lots of suggestions, but definitely take a look at the pictures. I texted 7 different pictures of all the wines that we carry, and then take a look at your wine profile tasting menu. It doesn't list all of our wines on that, but it gives you a good idea of where you would fall in regards to what wine you would like. Okay. All right. Rob, do you have any last words or?
Other than just thank you guys for participating, and Jenna, thank you for putting this on. We're gonna definitely have to get more people for the next one. Hopefully, if we pair it with like a bingo or like a trivia night or something.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
would.
This was fun though. We came prepared.
Can you guys, next time we do this, I'm gonna have to come over, Hayden.
Yeah. No, we have like a whole bunch of things that we have, like the fruit, the cheese. We have some of the like brownies. We have salami and stuff that we were pairing it with.
Sweet cakes, berries.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Oh my goodness, you guys did it right.
Yeah, we hit it hard. We're a wine family.
Me too. I would be sipping them right along with you.
Yeah.
If anyone has any questions about ordering, again, try to make sure that you order soon so you don't miss out on the discounts. But I did put my phone number in the text message. If some of you got one, I put it in the email. And then it's also all over the Facebook event in the pinned post. So my email is on there. The link to order is on there. So if you have any questions, if you want me to order for you, or if you want to text me or email or anything, please feel free to ask for suggestions. I'm available all the time now that school is over. So this is kind of like my full-time job at this point. So, all right. So I'm going to head off. Continue to enjoy that wine. Don't let it go to waste.
It's not going to go to waste here.
And then, yeah, definitely restock and maybe try some new ones. So, all right. So thank you all very much. And cheers to raising your glass for good and pouring for a purpose for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. All right. Good night, everybody.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.